Hello everybody, this is your boy Mr. What If here, bringing you a brand new lovely little video on my YouTube channel today. So today I was on Discord with a friend of mine, and he's also a What If YouTuber. His link is going to be in the description down below. He helped me come up with this idea, so shout out to him. Excuse me. Uh, yeah, he helped me. We were just messing around on Discord with a few ideas. Please join my Discord server. Link will be in the description as well. And we were messing around with a few ideas, and one of them came to mind was we thought of, since we seen what ifs about what if Deku was trained by Kakashi or somebody like that, and I thought, well, I've seen a few what ifs on what if Deku was trained by Goku or Vegeta, or trained by Whis or Beerus. So I was wondering, what if Piccolo trained Deku? And I know what some of you are gonna say in the comment section below is gonna be like, I know what some of you are gonna say, but like, why, what, like, what is that really gonna do for Deku? Well, to be honest with you, if you put all the Z fighters together, you can include Broly if you want to, because I guess he's gonna be joining them. I don't. You can include Broly, the new Broly, if you want to, if he's a Z fighter or not, or if you can include Frieza. If you want to include Frieza and Broly, then that's you. If you want to include Frieza, Broly, Whis, and Beerus as Z fighters, that's your choice. And I'm So I'm not gonna do that, but if you put all the canon Z fighters together, Piccolo is not that bad of a fighter, and we've seen Piccolo capable to take down a whole lot of. He's been capable of going toe to toe with a lot of strong fighters. So Piccolo isn't that so far off when it comes to gaining and growing in power. Yes, he might lack because he's not in the same potential, but he makes up for it with his intellect. So that's what I thought would be good for Deku. Deku, of course, he's gonna be strong in this what if, since he's being trained by one of the strongest Z fighters in history, in Dragon Ball history. But I also want to make it towards that he's not just strength and power, but he's also strength mentally. Because we've seen that Gohan, he's been trained by Piccolo, and he's grown not as in strength, but also as his intellect. And Gohan, believe it or not, I see Gohan as a tactician, just like, who else is a tactician? Android 17, I see him as a tactician. We've seen in Dragon Ball Super, we see him be a tactician a few times with his energy field, with his energy barriers. Um, let's see. Piccolo definitely won. Gohan, we see once in a while. The only time we see Master Roshi be a tactician. We've seen a whole lot of good fighters, and not just even in Dragon Ball. We've seen good fighters in other animes be tactician as well. So I was wondering, why not take Piccolo? Piccolo, one, is a father figure, and the reason why I say that is that because Deku, we don't even know Deku. We don't even know Deku's dad. We haven't seen him. We know he's canon. We know that Deku's dad, about his name and his power, but he's not around. And if you know what I mean by Deku's dad not being around, yeah, Gohan dad Goku wasn't around. So not Vegeta, Piccolo had to step in as that father figure role and train Gohan at a very young age. So I was wondering, why not do that for Deku? Deku could become a strong fighter if he trained, and since his dad isn't around, he would have a somewhat of a good father figure. So yeah. So enough of me explaining and dragging out what I'm talking about. Let's just get into the what if and see what possibilities I can do with this. So, how I'm gonna make so this is gonna be yes, it's gonna be a crossover between Dragon Ball and My Hero Academia. So this is gonna be that type of what if. But how I'm gonna do it is that Piccolo, he's so I was wondering, and I did a little bit of research which proves my theory on since Piccolo did Namekian fusion with two Namekians, too powerful. One basically that was supposed to be somewhat low god level tier, something like that. Kami. And he also fused with Nail. So I was wondering, Kami was a Namekian and he lived for a very long time. And Nail, he wasn't all that old, but he wasn't that young. He was young, but he wasn't nowhere near Takami's age. He was nowhere near that. So I was wondering, Piccolo and Nail, they were both young when they did the Namekian fuse, and Piccolo was young when he fused with Kami. So I was wondering, since the Namekian fusion is completely different from when Goku and Vegeta fused together, it's completely different fusion. Well, it's not different as it's different as in the power gaining, not power gaining as the transformation. That's the big difference between those two fusions. Is the change is the physical appearance. But we've seen that Nail fused with Piccolo. Piccolo stayed the same but got a massive increase of power, and he fused with Kami, and he didn't change either except for his massive increase in power. So I was wondering, wouldn't he not just get an increase of power, but wouldn't he get an increase in basically everything? Because Kami, wouldn't his intelligence increase because of Kami? Because Kami basically he knew everything. He knew everything that was going on because he was, the guardian of Earth, I believe. Sitting on his lookout for all those years, you think he would be like one of the strongest, not one of the strongest because he was strong, but one of the smartest people in it, one of the smarter characters, due to all that intelligence and staying on the lookout and looking over Earth for so long. His intelligence would kind of be high, and Nail was a experienced fighter, and so was Piccolo. So I was wondering, wouldn't his intelligence, somewhat of his intelligence and his power, but basically what I'm trying to get is as the life expansion. So we know Namekians can live for quite a long time. So I was wondering, since it wasn't a fusion like Vegeta's and Goku's fusion, because the Namekian fusion is to enhance each other, to enhance somebody to make them stronger, but it doesn't change any physical appearance, just enhances everything. So I was wondering, wouldn't his life expansion also get somewhat, not, I'm not going to say a massive increase, just a good enough increase? Just a good enough for him to live a little bit longer. Just saying. Yeah, just wondering, and I did a little bit of research, and my theory is raw is it is wrong, but it's somewhat a little bit right. Wrong as no, he wouldn't get a longer life expansion, but as in right of his intelligence and the healing ability that he has. That's where I'm right at for the intelligence, somewhat right for the intelligence and healing of Piccolo, since he fused with Nail and Kami. but as the longer life, like getting older, he can live like how Kami looked completely old and wrinkly. Piccolo would look half of that. I'm wrong in that area, but for the intelligence and the healing process, I'm somewhat right. So I'm gonna use that and do it for this what if. So let's start off when Deku and let's start off when Deku was with his mom. So Deku, I'm gonna say, is 4 years, the same age as Gohan when he got kidnapped by his uncle Raditz. So I'm gonna say, so Deku is the same age as Gohan when, in the beginning of Dragon Ball, when he got kidnapped, when Gohan got kidnapped. So Deku's the same age, and I'm gonna say that his mom was is a geographic explorer. Like she goes out and looks for artifacts and all that, and she goes out to the deserts to discover new things and all that. I'm gonna say that one day she took Izuku with her, and um, Izuku. I'm gonna say that. Well, you guys could put down in the comment section below if you want Izuku to have a quirk or not. Cause I'm just planning for him just to get raw just training from Piccolo all in general. But yeah, so Izuku's with his mom, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. And how I'm gonna say that I'm gonna bring in a little bit of the Dragon Ball Z characters. Like you guys, you know what? Type in the comment section below. Which Z fighters do you want to be there? Do you want Goku, Vegeta in this? I know you guys want Goku in this. Do you guys want Vegeta as well? Do you guys want Krillin, Android 17, Bulma? Put in the comment section who else do you want in this? It could be anybody. I'm not even going to judge. It could even be Kid. It can even be Boo. It can be Majin Buu. It could be anybody. Anybody you guys want, I'll bring into this what if. Because I'm just making this as a realm of possibilities what if. Anybody you guys want, put in the comments section. I'm not even going to judge. Just going to put up straight up in this what if. So, as Izuku's with his mom, Izuku runs off to go look for, runs off to go explore. And I'm going to say that Izuku sees a beautiful butterfly and he starts to follow it. And Izuku's just amazed of the butterfly, of this beautiful looking butterfly, and he wants to capture it to bring it back to his mom. And Izuku's just following it, chasing it. And then without consciously knowing, Izuku is completely far away from his mom in the group of area, and right now his mom and the group of people that they're with exploring are going crazy trying to look for Izuku. So Izuku, as he's following this beautiful butterfly, he starts climbing a little pillar. And as he's climbing this little rocky pillar, he gets to the top, and then the butterfly starts to fly away. And then Izuku would start getting a little sad because he wanted to show his mom the beautiful butterfly. And then as Izuku takes a step back, he's literally about to fall off the pillar and smack dab right into the ground. But before he can hit the ground, Izuku feels somebody catch him. And then Izuku looks up. He sees a man with a weird looking hat, cape with shoulder blades on it, and he has green skin with pointy ears. And then Izuku gets down, and then Piccolo would put Izuku down, and Izuku would thank him, saying, "Thanks for catching me, mister." And then Piccolo would say, "What are you doing here? What is a kid like you doing here?" And then Izuku would say he was chasing a butterfly so he can bring it back to his mom to show her. And then this is when Piccolo would say, "Give me a minute." And this is when Piccolo would start to levitate up into the sky and then just fly off. And then Izuku is amazed on how fast that dude flew away. And then Izuku puts his head down saying, I really want to show my mom that butterfly. And this is when Piccolo would come back and then he says, this butterfly? No, not Izuku. Piccolo would come back and say, this butterfly. And then Izuku would have the biggest, brightest smile, an adorable smile on his face, saying, thank you, mister. And this is when Piccolo would do a little smirk, saying that he hasn't seen that type of smile in a long time. And then this is when Piccolo would say, where is the people you were with? No, not Izuku. Piccolo would say, where is the people who you are with? Then Izuku would say, I don't remember where I came from. And then Piccolo would pick up Izuku, and this is when he would fly into the sky with Izuku, and Izuku and Piccolo would fly around a little bit, and then Piccolo's gonna try not to fly too fast to give the boy, whiplash. So he's flying at low speeds, somewhat frankly low to the ground, levitating, holding Izuku. And then I'll say a good 3 to 4 hours has gone by, and as Piccolo and Izuku looking for the people he was with aren't around, and Piccolo sees that there's dirt tire tracks, seeing like a vehicle was here, so they must have left. People these days. That's why I hid away. That's why I keep myself away from society. But Goku keeps insisting I should come around and hang out. Huh, what a pain. And then this is when Izuku would start to cry, and this is when Piccolo would turn around and say, wait, don't cry. And then Izuku is just crying, saying that his mom left him. She probably thinks that I'm probably never gonna see my mom again. And then this is when Piccolo would say, oh, I had to deal with this once. Guess I'm gonna have to deal with this again. And then this is when Piccolo would tell the boy, does he want to come with Piccolo for the night? Spend the night at, my place. And then Izuku would try to stop crying, and this is when Piccolo would pick up Izuku and fly over to Piccolo's little hut. So I'm gonna say that Piccolo lives in like a hut area. Sorry about that. I'm gonna say Piccolo lives somewhere on top of one of the flatland mountains, just in a little makeshift house that Bulma made for him. Just a nice, big enough house with a kitchen, a bedroom, a bathroom, and then a living room, and then a big enough living room for him to, train in. So yeah, Piccolo is doing all right for himself. So Izuku is amazed on how nice the man's place looks, and then Izuku said, "I never did." Well, Mister, I never did ask for your name. And this is when Piccolo would say, my name is Piccolo. Well, my name is Piccolo. You're allowed to call me that, I guess. And then Izuku would say, Piccolo? And then he said, yeah. And then he said, you never told me what your name was, kid. And then Izuku would say, my name is Izuku Midoriya. And then this is when Piccolo would remember that in today's society, humans now have powers that they call quirks, I believe. And this is when Piccolo would ask Izuku, in today's society, humans now have somewhat evolutionize themselves to have powers and strong ones at that and capabilities. Do you have what they call then Izuku would say quirks? And then Piccolo would say, yeah, that. And then Izuku would say, I don't know. I never went to the quirk doctor to get mine tested out. And this is when Piccolo would huff, saying, "Come on now, can't keep doing this." And then this is when Piccolo would run over to the phone that he has, and then on the phone it has the number for Castle Corpse, and then Piccolo says, "In order to help this kid out, I have to be in contact with everyone." Well, it would be nice talking to everyone again. It's been years, almost eons for me since I talked to them. I'll wait. And then Izuku would sit down on Piccolo's couch, saying, I'm hungry. And then Piccolo would go over to his fridge, and he will pull out, and then he will pull out fish, we'll pull out white fish, that would pull out fish, and a can of baked beans, and then he would cook that. And then he would cook that, and Izuku would be amazed on how well that Piccolo's preparing this food. And then Piccolo would give it to Izuku, and Izuku would just eat it all up right then and there. And then Piccolo would say, huh, he's got a hunger like Goku. And then Izuku would say, Goku? And then Piccolo would say, yeah, he was an old friend of mine. Well, he is a friend of mine. I just haven't talked to him in a long time. And then Izuku would say, I have a friend named Kanchan that I call Kanchan. He's kind of, how can I put it? Little, and then Piccolo would say rambunctious, very eager and determined. And then Izuku would say, yeah, determined. And then Piccolo would laugh a little bit, saying, I guess me and you are not so different after all. And then Izuku would be in confusion, as Piccolo would say, well, there's nothing better out here to do besides go fishing and meditating and training. Well, since I really don't have what you call TV service out here, all I can basically do all day is train and meditate and sleep and eat. So until things start looking up, that's what I guess you're gonna have to do out here. And then Izuku would say train, and then Piccolo would say yeah. And then Izuku would say bluntly, could you train me? And then Piccolo would say no. And then Izuku would say why? And then Piccolo would say, you're just a kid. You're not, in your body probably not even ready for all that massive training that five was to put on you. And then Izuku would say, well, I'm determined to give it a chance. And then Piccolo would remember how Gohan was when he was young and how determined he was. And then Piccolo huffs, saying, you know what? Since you're eager to train, if that's going to keep you occupied until those people come back tomorrow, that's going to keep you occupied, then fine, I guess I can give you a little taste of training. But just a little. 3 routines at maximum. And then Izuku would jump off the couch saying, I'm ready. And then this is when Piccolo would give a smirk, saying, alright, let's see what you can do so far at your age. And you guys, I'll be leaving this what if right here. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is your boy, Mr. What If. Peace out, everybody. Peace out, fams.